Dear children, today we are going to study the topic surface tension. You know that steel is more denser than water. Even then, steel needle floats on water. This is because the water surface acts as a stretched elastic membrane and supports the needle. This property of a liquid is called surface tension. So we can define surface tension is the property by virtue of which the free surface of a liquid at rest behaves like an elastic stretched membrane tending to contract so as to occupy minimum surface area. Now we are going to study how this surface tension occurs on the liquid interface or the liquid surface. So here a container containing a liquid at rest, and this is the interface, that is the air water interface. So at the interface there are many number of liquid molecules. These molecules having force of attraction between them. Okay, like this, so many liquid molecules are there and they have the force of attraction between them. And they have some amount of energy, that is the potential energy. Then how they possesses the potential energy? Because at the interface these molecules are in stretched condition. So they possesses potential energy like the spring. So when you stretch the spring, they possesses potential energy. So these molecules experience a force towards each other at this interface. This force with which they are coming to each other, that is called the surface tension. That is, due to this force of attraction, the molecules try to come each other. So this force with which they are coming to each other, that is called the surface tension. So surface tension is the force between the molecules of the liquid at the interface. Okay. So due to this force, when they try to come each other, the area of the surface reduces itself. Okay, that is the size of the liquid surface reduces, or the area of the liquid surface reduces. This tendency of the force is known as the surface tension. Okay. So once again we can define the surface tension. It is the property by virtue of which the free surface of a liquid at rest behave as a elastic stretched membrane tending to contract. So due to this it try to contract, so it occupies minimum surface area. So this property of the liquid is known as the surface tension. Okay. How can you measure this surface tension? So to measure the surface tension, you should imagine a line AB of length L on this liquid interface. You should consider the line here, or you should consider the line here, etc. So at this line there are many number of molecules are there, and these molecules are in equilibrium position. Why they are in equilibrium position? Because the forces acting on the molecules are equal and opposite directions like this. And that forces are acting perpendicular to this molecule, that means perpendicular to that line. Okay. So these forces are acting equal and opposite on either side of this line, and it is perpendicular to this line. So the molecules are in equilibrium position. Clear? The forces acting on this line, okay, the forces acting on this molecule is proportional to this length, the length of this line. Okay, the forces acting on the molecules are proportional to the length of this line, and the direction of that force is acting tangential to this liquid surface, isn't it? So when the molecules are here and the forces are acting perpendicular to this line, and its direction is tangential to this liquid surface. Okay, so we can write the force acting on the molecule are directly proportional to the length of the liquid line. Okay, if you are taking a unit length, then the force acting is proportional to that line. So we can take the proportionality sign. So we can equate, that is F equal to sigma L. Sigma is known as the surface tension. So we can write surface tension sigma equal to force acting per length. Okay, force acting per unit length of an imaginary line. Force acting per unit length of an imaginary line. That is known as the surface tension. So we can measure the surface tension. It is the force acting per unit length of an imaginary line drawn on the liquid surface, and the direction of that force is acting perpendicular to this line and tangential to the liquid surface. Clear? So that is known as the surface tension. Then how can you find out the unit of the surface tension? That is, unit is what? Force. That means the unit of force is Newton and the unit of length is meter. So Newton per meter. That is the SI unit of surface tension. And what is the dimension according to this? What is the dimension? That is the force dimension. That is the MLT raised to minus 2 divided by L. So L and L will cancel. So dimension is MT raised to minus 2. So this is the dimension of surface tension. Clear? How will you explain surface tension on the basis of molecular theory? For that, you consider three molecules on the liquid. So the liquid molecule A is well inside the liquid and it is attracted equally in all directions by the molecules lying in its sphere of influence. So the net force on such a molecule is 0. Then you consider the molecule B lying inside the surface film. So its sphere of influence lies partly outside. So this molecule experiences less upward force and more force in the downward direction. For the molecule C, half of its sphere of influence lies above the surface. So there is a more resultant downward force. So due to this resultant downward force, more resultant downward force, the molecule has a tendency to come downward, that is inside the liquid. But the liquid has a tendency, that is because of the nature of the liquid, it tries to pull the molecule in the upward direction. So the liquid is doing some work to pull the molecules in the upward direction. So this work done is stored in the form of potential energy of the molecule on the liquid surface. So in this way, number of molecules increases on the liquid surface, then potential energy becomes maximum. That is, potential energy increases. But for a stable equilibrium position, the potential energy must be minimum. So what the molecules or what the liquid has to do, or what the surface film has to do, it has to minimize the energy. So it has to minimize the molecule. So to decrease the molecule, the free surface of a liquid behave as a elastic stretched membrane. So this potential energy is known as the surface energy, and the force between the molecules, that is known as the surface tension, and the potential energy stored in the liquid molecule is known as the surface energy. Okay. Now we can see some examples of surface tension. Needle supported on water surface, the hair of a paintbrush cling together when taken out of the water, then bug floats on water surface. All these are due to the surface tension. Okay. Then now we can see what is the surface energy. So we studied that the free surface of a liquid possesses minimum area due to surface tension. To increase the surface area, molecules have to be brought from the interior to the surface. So work has to be done against the force of attraction between the molecules in the interior. This work is stored in the form of potential energy of the molecules on the surface. So the molecules at the surface has extra energy compared to the molecules in the interior. So we can define surface energy as the extra energy possessed by the molecules of surface film of unit area compared to molecules in the interior is called surface energy. It is equal to work done in increasing the area of the surface film by unit amount. So the equation is surface energy equal to work done by increase in surface area. And what is the SI unit? Joule per meter square. Okay. Relation between surface tension and surface energy. Then how will you calculate the relation? So for that, you consider a rectangular frame ABCD in which the wire AB is movable. You dip the frame in soap solution so that a film is formed, a soap film is formed which pulls the wire AB inward due to surface tension. So the force acting on here is F equal to, so we can write the force acting on here, that is F equal to 2 sigma into L. Okay, 2 sigma into L. So here we are taken the 2 because the soap film has 2 free surfaces. So the general formula is surface tension sigma equal to F by L. So the F equal to 2 sigma into L. Then you move the wire AB through a distance x. Then what is the work done to move the wire AB to a distance x? That is the work done equal to force into distance. So what is the force here? That is the 2 sigma into L into the distance moved is x. So when the AB moves through a distance x, then the area of the soap film increases. So what is the increase in surface area? So we can write increase in surface area, that is equal to 2L because the soap film has 2 surfaces, 2L into the x. Okay. So we can write what is the formula of the surface energy? Surface energy equal to work done divided by increase in surface area. So what is the work done here? That is equal to 2 sigma L x divided by increase in surface area 2Lx. So we can cancel this 2 and 2, then x and x, then L and L. So what is the answer here? Surface energy is equal to surface tension. Clear? So surface energy is numerically equal to surface tension. Clear? Excess pressure inside a liquid drop. How will you calculate the excess pressure or derive an expression for the excess pressure inside the liquid drop? So here we are considering a liquid drop, and here this is the air medium and this is the liquid medium, and at the interface the molecules are trying to decrease the area of the surface. So this is the interface, this is the air medium and this is the liquid medium. So this is the interface. So the molecules present on the interface trying to decrease the area of the surface. So at that time they attract each other, the molecules attract each other and trying to close, and because of that they press together. So what happens here? They contract. So because of this reason the pressure inside the liquid drop increases. So this pressure acts normally outwards. So the pressure inside, because of this, that means the liquid drop is trying to close each other and they contract. The molecules are trying to decrease the area. So the pressure inside it increases and the drop attains the spherical shape. So when we increase the size of the surface, we have to do some work. So that work is calculated in terms of pressure and in terms of the surface tension. So after calculating that work, we can equate the two equations and we can find out the unknown quantity, that is the excess pressure. Okay. So for that we can go through the derivation. So here we are considering a liquid drop of radius r. So due to the pressure inside the liquid drop, the size of the drop increases to a distance dr. So what happens here? the radius of the liquid drop increases from r to r plus dr. Okay, radius of the liquid drop increases from r to r plus dr. Clear? Now we can derive the expression for the excess pressure. So, what is the initial surface area of the liquid drop? So, we can write initial surface area. So, initial surface area equal to 4 pi r square. R is the radius of the liquid drop. And due to the excess pressure, it attains. That means its size increases to r plus dr. So, its area increases. Area of the liquid drop increases. So, what is the final surface area? So, final surface area equal to 4 pi into radius increases to r plus dr. So, r plus dr the whole square. So, we can write 4 pi into r square plus 2r dr plus dr square. So, if dr is small, then dr square is very small. So, we can neglect it. And what is the remaining here? That is the 4 pi r square into 4 pi. That is 4 pi into 2 r dr. That is the 8 pi r dr. So, this is the final surface area. Then you want to find out the increase in surface area. Okay. So, increase in surface area equal to final surface area minus initial surface area. Okay. Final surface area minus initial surface area. So, what is the final surface area? That is 4 pi r square plus 8 pi r dr minus what is the initial surface area? That is the 4 pi r square. So, we can cancel this 4 pi r square. Then that is 8 pi r dr. So, this is the increase in surface area. Okay. To increase the surface area, we are doing some work. Okay, that is due to the pressure. So, that work done is, we can find out in terms of the pressure and in terms of the surface tension. Okay. So, first we can find out the work done in terms of the surface tension. So, we can write work done in enlarging the drop. Okay, work done in enlarging the drop, that is equal to increase in surface energy. Okay, so we can write the formula increase in surface area. Okay, increase in surface area into surface tension. Okay, increase in surface area into surface tension. That is, what is the increase in surface area? That is equal to 8 pi r dr into surface tension. We already studied that surface tension is equal to surface energy. Okay, surface energy equal to work done divided by increase in surface area. So, work done in enlarging the drop in terms of the surface tension is increase in surface area into surface tension. So, what is the increase in surface area? 8 pi r dr into surface tension. So, this is the work done in terms of the surface tension. Then we can find out the work done in terms of the pressure. So, that work done is equal to force into the distance. That is the general formula, force into distance. What is the force in terms of pressure? That is pressure into area into the distance. Clear? Pressure into area into distance. So, what is the pressure? P. Okay, that is the pressure inside the liquid drop. That we can note here. That is the pressure inside the liquid drop. So, that pressure into what happens here? Area increases. Okay. So, that is the area. That is the 4 pi r square into the distance. That is the dr. So, pressure into area into distance. So, due to this work done, the area increases. So, we can equate these two work done. So, the P into 4 pi r square into dr equal to 8 pi r dr sigma. So, we can cancel this pi and pi, then r and that is r square and this r, then 4 and 8. Okay. So, we can get the excess pressure inside the liquid drop P equal to 2 sigma. We can cancel this dr also. Okay, 2 sigma divided by r. So this is the excess pressure inside the liquid drop. So this pressure is calculated using the work done. That is, first we calculate the work done in terms of the surface tension and work done in terms of the pressure. So due to that work done, the size of the liquid drop increases. Okay, so that is due to the excess pressure. So that excess pressure is P equal to 2 sigma by R. Similarly, we can calculate the excess pressure inside a soap bubble. So you know that soap bubble has two surfaces. So initially we get the increase in surface area 8 pi r dr in a liquid drop, and if the soap bubble has two surfaces, then what is the increase in surface area? 2 into 8 pi r dr, that is equal to 16 pi r dr. Then similarly, work done in enlarging the drop, a work done in enlarging the soap bubble, that is the increase in surface area into surface tension, and the work done equal to pressure into area into distance. Then equate these work done and the work done in enlarging the soap bubble. So we get the answer, excess pressure inside the soap bubble P equal to 4 sigma by R. So here in the liquid drop, excess pressure is P equal to 2 sigma by R. Here the soap bubble has two film surfaces, so excess pressure P equal to 4 sigma by R. Next one, numerical. A mercury drop of radius 1 cm is sprayed into 10 raised to 6 droplets of equal size. Calculate the energy expended. Surface tension of mercury equal to 32 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. So here a drop of mercury is sprayed into 10 raised to 6 droplets of equal size. So you want to calculate how much energy is expended. So for that you should find out the work done. How much work done to change the mercury droplets into 10 raised to 6 droplets. So you know that work done is equal to increase in surface energy. Work done is equal to increase in surface energy. So that is equal to increase in surface area into surface tension. So first you want to find out the increase in surface area. So here volume of 10 raised to 6 droplets is equal to volume of the larger drop. So first you want to find out the surface area of the larger drop and then surface area of 10 raised to 6 droplets. Then you can find out the increase in surface area. Okay, so first we can write volume of 10 raised to 6 droplets is equal to volume of larger drop, because larger drop is sprayed into 10 raised to 6 droplets of equal size. You want to find out how much work done is used to change the larger drop into 10 raised to 6 droplets. So that is equal to the energy expended. Okay. So what is the volume of 10 raised to 6 droplets if smaller is the radius? So we can write 10 raised to 6 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is the volume. Smaller is the radius of the droplets. Then if capital R is the radius of the larger drop, then we can write 4 by 3 pi r cube. Then from this we can cancel this 4 by 3 pi and 4 by 3 pi. Then when we take the cube root, we can get r equal to 100 r. Then small r, that is the radius of the smaller droplet, small r equal to capital R by 100. Then capital R is given in the question, that is the 1 centimeter. Then change it into meter, that is the 10 raised to minus 2 divided by 100. That is equal to 10 raised to minus 4 meter. This is the radius of the smaller droplets. Then first you want to find out the surface area of larger drop. Surface area of larger drop. So that is equal to 4 pi r square. Then substitute the value, that is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 2 the whole square, that is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Then surface area of 10 raised to 6 droplets. Surface area of 10 raised to 6 droplets, that is equal to 4 pi small r square into 10 raised to 6, that is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 the whole square into 10 raised to 6. So into 10 raised to 6, that is equal to 4 pi into then minus 4 into 2, that is minus 8 into 10 raised to 6, that is equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 2 meter square. This is the surface area of 10 raised to 6 droplets. So increase in surface area equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 2 minus 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4. So that we can write like this. That is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 into 100 minus 1. So we get the answer 4 pi into 99 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square. Then we can find out the work done. Okay, work done in spraying the spherical drop of mercury, that is equal to surface tension into increase in surface area. Okay, surface tension into increase in surface area. Then what is the surface tension here? That is 32 into 10 raised to minus 2 into increase in surface area, that is 4 pi into 99 into 10 raised to minus 4. So the answer you will get 3.98 into 10 raised to minus 2 joule. So this is the work done in spraying the spherical drop of mercury. Okay.